Okay, let's take a look at this temple now that it's been smoothed. Okay, there's not enough value yet for it to be considered a temple, so it's going to need some decor. It feels to me, if this is a temple to an organization of fortress and war, rather than typical decoration of maybe tables and chairs or statues, what if we set up a bunch of weapon and armor stands in here? Right? That's a good point. If you want a better chance to fertilize eggs, restrict the gobbler to only the adjacent tiles. That's actually makes a lot of sense because they do have to be adjacent. So if I go, we can let it roam around later, but for now, if I do this instead, so Dwarf's going to have to come and drag it over to that tile, it'll be guaranteed to be adjacent to the female and therefore should fertilize at the right time. That is very smart. So I want to put in an order for rock armor stands because I don't think we've got any making right now. I still wish this was filterable, hopefully built into the game, but maybe a DF hack, just so that we can search this and see if we've done things. And then rock weapon rack. I did armor stand first, right? Yeah, okay. We're gonna make just one a day is fine. And if we have, I don't know, like empty versus rock stands is kind of weird. I know empty. If we have fewer than 2, and we've got some rocks, go ahead and make them. And right now, we'll let them be made out of any rock. I think that's fine. I don't remember the empty that used to be available for the rock stands. Hopefully this makes sense. And so then what I'm going to do under military, I'm going to put a bunch of weapon racks over on one side and a bunch of armor stands over on the other. I'm going to build a ballista in here just for looks too. So hopefully that will count as some extra decor. We can also just go and do some engraving here, which will give us tons of extra value. Now, I don't think we've got, like, you know, a super high-end engraver yet. But that's okay. They can use this for practice. So the Lemon Ted is an accomplished engraver. They might be new. They may have just joined us. We will tell you to do it, and we'll only do this. So you'll be the only one doing engraving, so you'll get all the engraving skills, and hopefully get really, really good at it. Would a dwarf priest be called the Stone Temple Pilot? I don't know where the pilot part comes in, but I do like it. All right, these are all here. Door. I wonder if they fixed the issue. I suspect not. With the keyboard input, it's not even taking it. You can't macro the furniture placement like you could previous to the Steam edition, which is annoying. Because even with the keyboard cursor turned on, what was happening before, it kept like resetting the cursor position between each click, which meant that you couldn't actually set up a macro like you can with the mining. And one of the issues we are going to have is the threat of running out of wood, because we have basically no wood on this map. We did go and embark with a bunch of wood. At some point, we're just going to have to dig down to the cavern layer and expose it just so that we can harvest the wood from there and maybe even set up a tree farm, which we might do. I know Stone Temple Pilot is bad. Sorry, that's not the part I was confused about. That's why I thought it was funny. Oh, yeah, I have hair. Oh, hang on. I forgot. We got to be in proper dwarf mode. My bad. Also very much need a haircut. It's getting pretty long. He's just wearing a hat that looks like hair.
Hey, Quill, pay attention. There's a new subscriber.
Hey, Ben and Knock. Thanks for the sub. Remember that Twitch Prime button. Hair today, helm tomorrow. Oh, I can define these zones for bedrooms already. We want to be in multi-mode. Drag this out. So it'll pre-assign, make them 18 bedrooms, although obviously they're not going to be usable as bedrooms until the beds and doors are in there. But then we don't have to worry about babysitting it. We'll issue a smoothing command there a little bit later. No one pronounces your name right. What did I say? Benanak? Cool. It's your name is Ben. We've moved into the cool part of the year. Leave your hair alone. Essential loves long hair on everyone. And I mean, admittedly, long hair is cool. It's great. I just get personally annoyed by having too much of it. I had long hair for a long time. Like since I was like 15 or 16 until I was my early to mid 30s. I had quite long hair. And then at some point I finally cut it, and I do enjoy the feeling of not having a whole bunch of extra hair. But it drives Essentia nuts. Need a longer beard so you can braid it like a proper dwarf. I keep thinking about it, but then again, it gets to a certain point, and I'm like, oh my god, no, I hate it. I hate the feel. It's summer now. Wow, the seasons are just going by fast. I mean, the frame rate's high. It's a smaller fort still, despite the fact that we've grown to 40 people. One thing we could check is we can go through the laborers we have and see if we've maybe some of the migrants we've gotten have turned out to be like super duper mega highly skilled, which is entirely possible. You know what? I'm gonna take Merlin off of the mining. We'll just keep those 2 legendaries. They're quite good. Oh, that's interesting. So Fisham was set to do wood cutting, but we could go and assign it to Aiden here, who's an adequate woodcutter. Actually, you know what? The wood cutting kind of sort of doesn't matter because we don't currently have any trees, really. Still, maybe I'll go ahead and do this. We'll put Aiden on this task, because once we hit the cavern lair, at least there'll be something. Okay, Dwarf is a competent ambusher and a talented marks dwarf. I think we're going to go ahead and tell Dwarf to hunt. Do we tell them to hunt exclusively? I guess one of the questions is, how many things would there be to hunt? Camels? Apparently. Interesting. Oh, our temples. We might want to change the temples so they're not open to just general members of the public. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. But yeah, we had problems, I think, with the yaks finding our dogs for a while, so having a hunter out there doing that would be great. Also, it'll keep in a steady supply of leather and bones and various things like that. I don't know if we make you, like, work on this explicitly, like, exclusively. I don't know, we'll just leave it like that for now. Planter, so we've got Delphina, who's the planter, and also our brewer. I think I would love to take Delphina off of brewing, which is what I'm going to do. We did put 2 for a while to catch up, but I think now we're pretty decent. We might still want to put a second brewer, but if we have a single full-time brewer, well, / doctor, but that's fine. I think that's going to be okay. And no dedicated people to stone cutting, that's fine. Dedicated engraver, orderlies. Dedicated mug maker is currently Fletcher Reed, who's a master stone crafter. That seems pretty good. We could consider putting a second person on this. I think I do want to have a second dedicated mug maker, just to make sure they keep going very quickly. We don't have anyone set to specific tasks of armor and weapon making. I think it's time to do that now. We've got enough people. Hopefully we can get someone dedicated. We have a furnace working in there, so weaponsmithing, because we want to get a really highly skilled weaponsmith so that we get legendary weapons. Same thing with armor. Weaponsmithing. So Pantera over here is our best one, a talented weaponsmith. So we'll do that, and we'll tell you to do that exclusively, because we do actually have a fairly hefty queue for that. And then we'll add another one for armor making. Done. Merv de Perv. They're one of the legendary miners. We'll leave them do that. So we'll put Trotter on armor smithing. Again, with the hope that they really practice it enough to become legendary. Names of dwarves are automatically set from subscriber. Oh, we have an alert. A thief has been spotted somewhere. Now, they were spotted there. We have our military training just outside. I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and tell them to, like, move over here. Any chance they get close enough to engage with the thief? No. All right, we'll just cancel the order. At least our ramp has fully trapped over here, and there's still enough traffic up and down this ramp. There's a good chance that any thieves trying to walk through here will get caught, which is going to be good. Lead crossbows can use them effectively as clubs. Maybe. Right now I'm kind of working on like an all melee kind of vibe, but we'll see. So we still have blocks in here. We still have lots of food in there. Because, I mean, again, I think we stole the entire human caravan and maybe bought a lot of food from the dwarves as well. Yeah, we don't have enough room in the stockpile. It might be time to start doing some cooking. Okay, this space over here, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into our stoneworkers space. So we're going to be hauling all the rocks and everything to here. Yeah, I think I like it. So let's carve this area out. And we're going to tear down these stoneworkers' workshops because they're all going to get moved. Yeah, I will want to make a proper sort of like kitchen. So both kitchen and still area with like food and things. How would a lead crossbow even work? This might ironically end up being one of your happier fortresses. I know, right? Like, I mean, we've got a bunch of people that came in middling mood with the caravan, but actually they've gone up a level immediately, and I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, getting the dedicated bedrooms right away might be helping a lot. It could be helping a lot. I don't know. Love how the fort outline on the map looks like a CPU. Hey, yeah, right? We're gonna have our ALU and our level 1 cache all laid out. Early guild halls and temples too. I mean, well, we just laid out the temple. We just literally set out the temple here. And we did build the guild hall last time, but I don't know if that generated happiness. It may have. The dining hall is pretty nice too. The dining hall tavern combo. We did get that the tavern set up early. Okay, a second human caravan has arrived. So we're gonna rob them a second time. Yeah, more free stuff. We haven't even unloaded the last free stuff. So yeah, we are explicitly not trading with them. We are just seizing their goods and starting more wars because we're going to be warring with them at some point regardless. Dwarves here don't really serve any purpose, but they'll look nice and add some extra wealth and make things decent here. How do I want to lay this out? Maybe just a pair of stoneworkers. Like, we do want a lot of stone to be made stoneworks to be made quite quickly, but maybe 2 is going to be enough. And then I want a giant stone stockpile over here. Now, stone, custom. I don't want any metal ores or any economic stone or clay. It's just going to be the non-economic stuff that we're actually going to be building furniture with. That's what I want in this stockpile. And I'm going to tell it, like, you can have, like, 5 wheelbarrows. I think we did make 10 at some point, so there should be plenty of stuff. And then most of the stuff that's going to be made here is going to be furniture. So we'll just make this a furniture stockpile. I'm not going to restrict it to just stone. It's fine. We did actually set up. We've got a glass furnace set up and some sand over there. We don't currently have a collect sand task. Although I think, no, we do have a collect sand task in the order menu here. It's possible that we just don't have the, like the bags and things. I think I set it up anyway. Again, I really wish there was searchable. Collect sand, yeah, right over here. And if we check, there are no empty bags. Needs to be at least 10 empty bags. Actually, probably change it to a lower amount, like 5. But yeah. Anyway, let's go and request that Corky Plugs comes over here. Steals all the human stuff. What's economic stone? Economic stone is like flux stone. The stuff you make plaster out of. I don't know what's all included in there. Kaolinite probably is included. I don't know if there's kaolinite for. We don't have. I don't know if we have clay. But we have kaolinite, which we can use.
Money for Essentia. Money for Essentia.
Colonel Side Quest.
Here.
Insert funny message here. Thank you very much, Colonel Side Quest. Very appreciated. Oh, Essentia's gonna get some bubble tea today. We went to Toronto for a couple of days at the start of this week. We only had bubble tea once, I think. Which I think Essentia will agree was probably a damn shame, right? Robodyne, a metal crafter, withdraws from society. So we'll probably get a metal craft out of this. Claim to Metalsmith's Forge, Is this Robodyne? No, that's Map Plate. Is it this one that's claimed? It is. Oh, started construction already. Wait. So your artifact's going to be made out of a single billion bar. Wow, guys, it's going to be a super impressive artifact. So valuable. The broker's watching wrestling. So one of the issues is our broker is in our military squad here. I'm going to set them to off-duty. Gonna make a legendary can opener? Maybe a bill and paperwork, a toy anvil. I think the broker is, yeah, they're dropping off all their military gear and then picked up some clothes again. Okay, are you here? Good. Trade. We're gonna take everything. I'm just looking at what we've got. A bunch of leather. That's great. Yeah, tons more food. And then we had some instruments and stuff too. Mark all. Seize. 11,000 dwarf bucks worth of stuff we're just taking. They'll be leaving soon. I wonder why. All right, no broker requested. Good thing we've got a bunch of new people here because we're gonna have to do a ton of hauling all of a sudden for all the new gear, but that's okay. Any wood? Yeah, hopefully there was. I didn't notice any, but I was scrolling quite quickly here. Furniture, bed. Do. Cancel. I have put in an order for cabinets and we already had coffers, I think. Wait, did I add the order for cabinets? I'm actually not sure that I did. What I'll do is I'll queue up. I'll read that in 1 second. I'm gonna queue up all the cabinets.
Money for Essentia. Money for Essentia.
Essentia, you need more bubble tea if that's what the tip money is going towards. Red heart.
Ah! Wait, more migrants have arrived. Holy cow. I mean, yeah, probably. Essentia loves bubble tea, but it is like annoyingly like, you know, it's like you feel like you can't have it every day. Except now maybe she can. I don't know if that's a good idea. Yeah, instead of the whiskey and chocolate fund, it's the bubble tea and probably still chocolate fund. Oh, probably more like ice cream. It's probably bubble tea and ice cream fund. Yeah. 52 pops. That's crazy. Okay, let's check out that artifact. And who was that? No, I didn't catch the name. It was Phi Phoenix. Thank you much, Phi Phoenix. Okay, so the artifact that Robodine made is Satnangesis, or Bleach Trotted. This is a Billin amulet. All craft dwarf is of the highest quality. It is studded with Billin. And it's worth 3,000 dwarf bucks. I mean, we've had more impressive artifacts. Yeah, Robodine, you made something. I wonder if... What's your skill levels looking like? You are a legendary metal crafter. Do we want to start making metal crafts? I mean, we could make metal mugs in addition to our stone mugs. Lead, right? Oh, that's straight wheat. Dang it. Spikeless 0 out of 10. Are coins metal crafts? Oh! They may be. Robodine might just be our, like, legendary coin maker. Ah. Oh, first day of autumn, you're cold. Have to make this a hot cocoa fund. I could maybe something with pumpkin spice? Pumpkin spice things are, like, just unarguably delicious. I know there's all, like, the maymays about them and stuff like that. Let people have the things that make them happy. And no one argues that pumpkin spice tastes bad.
Money for Essentia. Money for Essentia.
Oh, Dallard contributing to the tip jar.
Bubble tea every day. What this money presupposes as, maybe you can.
My personal favorite bubble tea is I like to go with taro, which is really, really, really nice. Sort of creamy, a little sweet without being overly sweet. And usually I ask for like half sugar when I have a bubble tea. Cruzio gifting some subs to the community as well. Thank you very much. 10 gift subs from Cruzio. Thank you. Caramel is best. Yeah, it's really good. I think mostly also you can't get taro things that often. At least I can't. And so I think I really appreciate being able to experience that flavor. And then usually I'll get like a fruit jelly as opposed to an actual tapioca ball. So I guess technically I'm not having bubble tea. But all right, let's smooth out these bedrooms. Let's take a look over here. This temple. Excellent. We can recognize this priesthood, and I think we do have to assign a priest, which apparently is called a Holy Lash. In the Sanctum of Shocking, who worship fortresses in war. Is this some sort of BDSM cult? So, based on the ordering here, theoretically it's ordering it based on who would be the most appropriate for the task. Bookworm Leo, who is a skilled intimidator and skilled consoler, is at the top of the list. I really think that's what's going on. It's like, listen, the Holy Lash is going to intimidate you in a freaky way, but then we'll make you feel okay afterwards. You know, like there. We're going to apply a little bit of aloe balm or something to you. All right, there you go. Bookworm Leo is going to be the Holy Lash of the Church of the Holy Communion here in our fortress. Oh, they want some instruments, so they need a storage item for that. Furniture chest. I'll put it in the back over here. Aftercare is very important, and the safe word. I know someone in BG who'd join your DF religion, right? I can't remember the guy's name. The priest of Leviatar. I'm not gonna say anything else, but it is someone very early in the game, and a fairly minor thing, but you know, 10 out of 10. Great character. Just realized, just for symmetry, and the symmetry is more than just a place where Irish people bury their dead. We're gonna go ahead and carve out that little block over there. Make things matchy. And yeah, a little stoneworks area over here. We can see the wheelbarrows. So this is gonna help our dwarves bring stone over here quite easily and quickly. I don't know what you're doing. Oh, you're smoothing a wall. Okay. And then, yeah, the people actually doing the stoneworks shouldn't have to move very far. Like, once they pick up a boulder, they won't have to walk very far for it. So that's going to be very helpful. So yeah, this is still our generic little church. I mean, it's empty. It's blank, which, I mean, maybe is the best way for a generic place to be. Oftentimes, I might fill these with statues. Ideally, like, you can actually make the statues be specific things. Usually, I don't bother. I just say they're statues of all the various gods. So at some point, hopefully all this gypsum and stuff will get carted out here. Of course, I can do some things with, like, you know, I could flag them for dumping, put them in some sort of quantum stockpile somewhere, but I don't know. Now, we don't have a kitchen yet, so I'm actually wondering, since we have our still over here, and even our farmer's workshop, I'm thinking what we might do I will go and build a kitchen, so we're gonna have to pay attention to what has been set to. Is kitchen under farming? So weird. I mean, yeah, I think the farming category just needs to be renamed to like food related, farming and food related. I don't know. We'll put it there, and we can put a little stockpile here for like raw plants. Well, actually. Kind of anything. So not prepared meals, not seeds, not drinks. Not this stuff. I think everything else can be used to make meals and or booze. Now, I may want to have a specific stockpile just for like the leaves and fruit for the drinks thing, but I think this is going to be okay. I mean, we'll have other food stockpiles somewhere else as well, but the hope is that some things get brought here. We might make some changes, but for now we can go and get that set up. And then what I'll do is I'll make a separate stockpile. I have one for drinks, up closer to the surface. I'm gonna just make this one for like prepared meals. Clear everything, just allow prepared meals. We're gonna ad break. So it's a good time for everyone to get up and stretch. I'm gonna let the game keep running here. I got plenty of water, so I'm not gonna get up. I'm gonna let the game running. If anything dramatic happens during the break, we'll be sure to pause. But otherwise, we're gonna make sure. Ooh, who's this? Wild Wayfarer, growing attached to nether cap shield. Okay. Let you read, making masterwork mugs. That's great. Thieves earlier. The merchants who are coming and going. They're slaughtering. We're getting our coffee.